Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Có thể thấy là dạo gần đây đang có một album rất nổi tiếng của cô ca sĩ Taylor Swift mới ra. Và trong album này thì có một ca khúc cũng nổi bật. Đó chính là ca khúc The Fate of Ophelia. Và Ophelia là ai và tại sao người ta lại nhắc đến Ophelia nhiều như vậy? Không chỉ trong những tác phẩm về kịch mà còn nhắc đến Ophelia trong ca khúc, cũng như là nhân vật Ophelia cũng được nhắc đến trong series phim When Days được chiếu trên Netflix. Và hôm nay thì chúng ta hãy cùng cô Ngọc Anh tìm hiểu về số phận của Ophelia, The Fate of Ophelia trong một bài báo. Và thông qua bài báo này thì chúng ta cũng sẽ được học rất nhiều từ mới và được học bằng tiếng Anh dễ hiểu, cùng nhau hiểu về số phận của Ophelia nhé. Let's go English acquires. The fate means that the God plans what God had planned for Ophelia and what is the end of her life. So you know that the first track on Taylor Swift's new album is The Fate of Ophelia, which got us thinking about what is the fate of Ophelia and why can't we stop writing or painting or singing about her? Yeah, like a lot of singers sing about her, and Ophelia also appear in a lot of film or TV series, like in Wednesday Netflix TV series. Okay, let's learn about this. Okay, so Ophelia is is one of the characters in the play called Hamlet, written by William Shakespeare. You know William Shakespeare from Romeo and Juliet, and William Shakespeare also wrote the play called Hamlet. That is the name of the story that Ophelia was in. So in Hamlet, Ophelia is a daughter of Polonius. Okay, Polonius, this is Polonius, and Polonius is a counselor to King Claudius. Counselor is a helper, you know, like Gia Cát Lượng is a counselor for Lưu Bị, yeah, a helper, an advisor to the king. So before the play begins, she has a romantic connection of some kind with Hamlet. So before the play, Hamlet and Ophelia was kind of in love, with each other, like they love each other of some kind. Her two best known scenes are her confrontation with Hamlet. Confrontation means face to face, like Ophelia and Hamlet met each other, and then they confronted each other. They were face to face with each other in Act 3, Scene 1, and her mad scene like you go crazy in that scene, a mad scene. Act 4, Scene 5. Okay, and in Act 3, her father uses Ophelia as bait. Oh, a bait. A bait is like a trick or a trap. A long time ago, people might use bait to kill a dog. Might use bait to kill a dog, like the food, but the food is dangerous and it is poisonous, and the dog smell it, and then the dog ate that bait, and then the dog died. And in this story, her father, uses Ophelia as bait to determine the nature of the prince's supposed madness. Father used Ophelia to make Hamlet, to make the prince become crazy. Prince here is Hamlet. Hamlet is a prince. Her father used Ophelia to make Hamlet go crazy, and craziness or madness is Hamlet's nature. So Hamlet is not a good prince, not a good man. Yeah. After that, Hamlet turned on her, turned on Ophelia. Okay, turned on her, like he was kind of hate her. He hates her and denies he ever loved. Denies he ever loved her means that he said to Ophelia like, hey Ophelia, I have never loved you. No, I don't love you. After that, famously telling her to get thee to nunnery. Okay, get thee to nunnery. This here is like old English, and we can understand it as get yourself to a nunnery. A nun stays in the church. Get yourself to a nunnery. Get yourself to a church. So that was what Hamlet said to Ophelia. Later, Hamlet mistakenly killed Polonius. Polonius is Ophelia's father, so Hamlet killed Ophelia's father, Polonius, but he killed mistakenly. He didn't think carefully about it. He mistakenly killed him by accident, not on purpose. Didn't think about it very well. Overcome by grief, Ophelia loses her mind. Like, yeah, Ophelia went crazy, loses her mind when Ophelia sees her father was killed. Her father died because of Hamlet. Ophelia loses her mind, and in her mad scene, she acted crazy. In Act 4, she sings of death and betrayal. Betrayal means trick. Maybe Hamlet tricked her, or maybe her father tricked her. So she sings of death, and betrayal. And handouts mean she gives. She handouts. She gives flower to the queen Gertrude and to her brother Laertes. Ophelia ultimately, finally, in the end, Ophelia drowned. Drown, like you jump into water and then you drown. You drink too much water and then you die, like maybe in a lake or in a stream. So Ophelia ultimately drowned. She died while hanging flower garlands from a branch over a brook. So a brook, that is a brook. A brook is a small river. Okay, whether her death was accidental or suicide is debated within the play. So people didn't know whether she killed herself, suicide, or it was just an accident. She didn't think about killing herself. It was just an accident. Killing herself or accident, people didn't know. And it is debated, it is argued within the play, and Laertes blamed Hamlet for the death of his father and his sister. Like, Laertes went to see Hamlet, and Laertes said like, hey, it's you, Hamlet, you killed my sister and my father. So Laertes blames Hamlet for the death of his father and his sister, and setting up the climactic, the top scene, the climactic final duel between them. Duel means that they fought, they fought with sword, in which both are killed. So both Laertes and Hamlet died in that scene. Okay, And nowadays, her name, like Ophelia, continue to be a watchword for young women fated to a tragic end. Tragic end is a sad ending, a woman with a sad ending. Ophelia had a sad ending, so her name be a watchword. A representative or a nickname. Yeah, not a nickname. It's like name for a young woman fated to a tragic ending. Young women who don't have a very good life and then they end in sadness. Okay, sadness. Like Ophelia was treated both by Hamlet and her father, and then at the end she died. And beyond drama, his appear or reference in painting, novels, poems, ballets, song, and psychological books. So her name appear in a lot of other works beyond drama, outside drama, like novel, psychological book, ballet, and song like Taylor Swift song, you know that. Reclaiming her story is a popular modern approach. Yeah, nowadays, modern approach. In 2025, the forger produced Lauren Gunderson's A Room in the Castle. Yeah, this is a room in the castle. Yeah, this one is a room in the castle. Imagining, thinking, imagining what was happened to Queen Gertrude. Yeah, this is a Queen Gertrude, I guess, and Ophelia and her maid Anna. Maybe this is maid Anna and maybe this is Ophelia. So this is the scene between that three people. Okay. And this scene was played in 2025, so it was a modern approach, yeah, not long ago, but nowadays. Next, Ophelia is having a particularly mean especially eventful 2025. Yeah, a special event for her in 2025. In addition to Sweet, The Fate of Ophelia, and an album cover. This is the album cover referring our drowned heroine. This album cover is similar to the picture that Ophelia was drowned. Yeah, that is the meaning of the cover, the album cover. Heroine is a hero, is a woman. Thánh Gióng is a hero, but Trưng Trắc is a heroine. Okay. And in Netflix Wednesday feature references to a missing aunt, Ophelia. So if you watch Netflix and if you watch Wednesday, you also can see a missing aunt. Yeah, and the name of the aunt is Ophelia, and that aunt Ophelia is a woman whose psychic ability, psychic ability means that you kind of have magic power. That psychic ability led to madness. Because that the aunt has psychic ability, maybe that power is too big, is too strong, and finally it led to madness, like the aunt became crazy. Tragic life, yeah, tragic end. So Ophelia is a watchword for women who doesn't have a good life. Yeah, they had a tragic ending. And this is an article from forger.edu. Yeah, this is the source of the article. And now, have you understand all the meaning? Bây giờ thì các bạn đã hiểu hết nội dung về Ophelia chưa? Ophelia là một nhân vật gọi là bị lợi dụng bởi cả cha và cả người yêu của mình, và cuối cùng thì dẫn đến một cái chết vô cùng bi thảm. Và cái tên của Ophelia là cái tên được gắn liền với những người phụ nữ mà có một cái cuộc đời không được may mắn, có một cái kết cục rất là bi thảm. Và ngay cả đến ngày nay, ta không những nhắc đến Ophelia ở trong drama mà còn nhắc đến Ophelia ở trong các ca khúc. Và ngay cả cái ca khúc nổi tiếng gần đây nhất của Taylor Swift cũng có nhân vật Ophelia trong đó. Cũng giống như là Việt Nam của chúng ta có chuyện Kiều. Chuyện Kiều được nhắc đến không chỉ trong tác phẩm của Nguyễn Du, mà ngày nay người ta còn dùng cái tên Thúy Kiều để chỉ những cái người con gái mà có số phận tương tự như vậy. Và người ta còn sử dụng nó vào trong các tác phẩm khác như là tác phẩm ca nhạc hoặc là các tranh vẽ. Và sau này thì khi có những tin tức mới thì các bạn có thể yêu cầu mình và mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn đọc những cái bài như thế. Không những giúp các bạn tiếp thu được tiếng Anh mà còn biết thêm được rất nhiều thông tin thú vị về thế giới. Ok. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you next time.